First live of the channel. Welcome guys to the JVM Football channel. For those of you that have been subscribed to the channel for some time now, thank you very much. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. This is a channel where we talk all things football, game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, tier lists, etc. Welcome. This is the first live. I think that this is, a nice next step into what we want to do in the channel. Yeah, more tier lists, more content coming through. I've only been uploading three videos a week for the past few weeks. Before I was uploading pretty much every day. That's going to come back. I've just had to do a few things. But today is football time, and today we're going to be talking about the Champions League, Mbappe, and the summer transfer window. Three things that I was planning on making a video, but I just thought, alright, let's just make one big live, get some new people in. This is also nice. What did I say? A nice display for those that have been subscribed to the channel for some time. So first, the Champions League. You cannot go wrong with this one to start off. Real Madrid won, and I was right. So it's nice. So that was nice. Nothing against Liverpool fans. It's just unlucky for Liverpool, really. But what made me the most happy about this Real Madrid win was the fact that at the beginning of the season, when I was making my Real Madrid predictions, I said that if this team was going to see any type of success, whether in the league or Champions League, then Mr. Vinicius was going to have to come forward, and become that player that Real Madrid so desperately needs going forward. Vinicius wasn't meant to be their replacement for Ronaldo. That was meant to be Hazard, but as we saw, Hazard was not performing, and I knew that at least I predicted. Not let me say that I knew. I predicted that Hazard wasn't going to have that type of season again, and I betted on Vinicius. I said this guy who's starting most games, he finished the La Liga season with 3 goals last season, and that's not acceptable at all for a starter in a Real Madrid squad, the greatest club in the world, or at least one of the greatest clubs in the world. So I said, if this team is going to have any type of success, Vinicius is going to have to come through. And he did, and he was one of the best players in the Champions League this season. He was one of the best players in La Liga this season, and which ended up translating in 2 titles for Real Madrid, a double. And guess who scored that goal to help Real Madrid to get over Liverpool? Vinicius. He was in the right place at the right time and finished as he was supposed to. So that was definitely something, extremely positive to see. Another thing that, another thing you take away from this final is the fact that Ancelotti, at least if he wasn't already, is now definitely 100% without doubt, without questions, and that SST of football managers of all time. I mean, he already was there, to be fair. Before this season, he had already won a title in 4 of Europe's major competitions. He already had 3 Champions League, 2 of AC Milan and 1 with Real Madrid. And now he has a title in all 5 of Europe's major leagues. And he now also has won 4 Champions League, 2 of AC Milan and 2 of Real Madrid. This is a man that, for lack of better word or lack of better interpretation, he just knows how to win. Ancelotti is that guy. He's that manager, that type of manager that you expect to see at a big club. And what's really impressive about Ancelotti's season even is how last year he was playing for Everton, he was managing Everton, and yeah, Everton didn't have a bad season, but what a waste of talent, what a waste of potential for a manager like Ancelotti to be at a club like Everton. And when he got the opportunity, he left straight away. He didn't even look back. He even said that he doesn't like not so much Liverpool, but he prefers Madrid much more. You can understand why. He prefers the city, he prefers the culture there, he prefers the club. So he left. And the work that he has been able to do this year has just been incredible. Taking this from Madrid side, who were very close to winning the La Liga last season, to getting them to that title and winning the Champions League, which is every Real Madrid fan's expectation and ambition coming into the season. You look at this Liverpool squad and you say, what does this loss mean to Liverpool? Well, I think that this loss doesn't really impact Liverpool much, I would say. First, because this is an argument that I have with many people is, what do you value most? Winning a championship, a cup or competition, whatever, or being one of the best consistently in that competition? Liverpool now in 5 years, they've been in the Champions League final 3 times. That's the most of any team in Europe. They're sure they've only won one, but to be in the final for those 3 times is something incredible of its own. You know, Liverpool fans don't feel discouraged because of this loss. This just shows how incredible your team is. And Real Madrid, they just really had a game plan that worked. They executed it much better than Liverpool. That's why they won. And even that goal was just Trent was sleeping. He forgot Vinny was there behind him. But yeah, that's kind of it for the Champions League final, I think. What else I really have to say? Shout out to the likes of Militao and Alaba as well, with the exit of both Sergio Ramos and Varane. There was a lot of questions of whether you know this Real Madrid team, especially Eden and Militao, if they are going to be able to keep up to the standards that the likes of Ramos and Varane had set up or had established with 4 Champions Leagues and 3 La Ligas, and the dominance both of them had, being 2 of the best centre backs in the world, with each of them respectively already having a World Cup. So that was big expectations to live up to, and so far so good. Militao and Alaba have done amazing. Again, La Liga and Champions League, but that performance in the final, especially, that was it. I think that's what made this team. No, that's what made this duo, at least what is going to make this duo so memorable, and what has um, established this duo as one of the best centre back duos in Europe, in world football, really, right now. Yes, Militao and Alaba, impressive. And I think I want to say it, which I haven't seen many people talking about, is how Modric played. Modric was incredible, especially considering the fact that Liverpool had the ball most of the time. Whenever Modric got the ball, he just looked calm, he just looked composed, and he dictated the tempo. There was this play during the final where Modric goes all the way to the back, pings the ball forwards. I think it was Ivan Cruz who got the touch, held the ball, waited for Modric to come all the way forward, gave the ball back to Modric. Because that's the type of usage, that's the type of impact the likes of Luka Modric was having, which I think went unnoticed for some reason. Modric, that maestro, he was amazing. And part of the reason why Real Madrid won, those moments where they had to slow down the game, where they had to keep the ball, Modric was that guy for them. Now, let's talk about Mr. Mbappe. And I'm really going to say this, Mbappe is a snake. Mbappe is one snake. I think that staying at PSG in of itself is not a bad decision, especially considering the amount of money he's getting. He's getting stupid money, very stupid money. But he had agreed a deal with Real Madrid already. He has been a Real Madrid fan for a long time. As we know, you see those posters. Did you see him training for Real Madrid when he was younger? And he was probably meant to stay at the club, but things happen. And the fact that PSG just had, you know, the worst season of any team in Europe, considering the fact that they had the best team, they had the best transfer window, they had Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe for God's sake, and they got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. You've just been through that. You've just seen that. Quarterfinals, no, it wasn't quarterfinals. It was no 16. You've just been part of that team, of that disaster, and you stick to it. I'm pretty sure that Real Madrid were offering Mbappe a lot of money. The thing here really is he's a snake. He offered a little bit more, and even just the nature of the deal, the fact that he's going to have, a consultant role at the club, he's going to be able to dictate um, and give his opinion on some of the decisions, like the manager and whatnot and some transfers. That's just stupid. It's really destroying the sport of football that we all love. I'm all about players being empowered and having power, but not this way. This is really disappointing to see a player like Mbappe, who I thought if he went to Madrid, Real Madrid already have Vinny and Mbappe and Vinny and Benzema. They already have a young midfield that's coming up with the likes of Valverde and Camavinga. They have a nice, solid young defense. You put Mbappe there, that's a team that can perhaps compete for the next few years. But no, my guy decided to stay at PSG for more money. So I say Mbappe, that guy's a snake, really. It's truly disappointing to see a player of his caliber who could be having, the season of his life, our Real Madrid, the time of his life, again, with the potential of that team, for him to leave like that. Truly disappointing. And we've been here for 10 minutes. The next thing I want to talk about is the summer transfer window. And regarding the summer transfer window, I think that this transfer window is going to be some of the best transfer windows, some of the best transfers we have seen in quite a long time. It's mainly because of the amount of rebuilds and how a lot of teams around Europe want to, take the next step and not let these teams have dominated for such a long time to continue to dominate. Mainly in the Premier League, you have teams like Tottenham, Chelsea, and United. You are expected to make big, big moves. With United, you have them already changing the whole system at the club, the people at the top. Motto, of, the guys at the top making big moves, bringing in Ten Hag. With Chelsea, you have what they expected to spend 200 million. New owners as well. With Tottenham, if Conte stays, then they're going to have to, build a team around his image, his vision, and even looking away from the Premier League, you have leagues in Portugal and teams like Benfica who, have not performed up to par, have even gotten a new manager and are willing to rebuild. You have other teams as well. I'm pretty sure that Barcelona are going to look to, establish that culture again and bring back the players that will help Xavi to execute on his vision. So yeah, it's going to be a heck of a summer transfer window. I'm really excited for it. And I think that's the end of this live stream. I just wanted to, test this out, see how I feel for it, see how it goes. And thank you very much to all of you that have watched or that are watching at a later time. Again, it's just the beginning of something special. We are in and around the 1,000 subscribers mark. We have reached there. We've lost a few subscribers. We've gained a few more. We are around that mark. Thank you very much for the support. For those of you that have supported the channel. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this live stream, this video, and would like to see more football content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. There's going to be a lot more like this coming through. And again, guys, this is just the beginning of something special. This will not be the last live stream. In fact, I'm planning on making at least once a week, making a live stream like this once a week, maybe a bit longer than this. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and it's just the beginning of something special.